Hi, Dr. Williams. Thank you for doing this interview with us. The first question we'd like to ask you is, what kind of student were you like in high school?
When I was in high school, I was your typical, I would say, nerd. and I enjoyed every part of it. I loved just I love learning, and I still love learning, which is why I just keep going and learning new things all the time. But I struggled with certain classes, but found ways in order, I've worked with my teachers to make sure that I understood the material. I had study groups, I had certain friends that I knew were good at certain things, so then I would rely on them and say, could you work with me after school? And then, I went home and did homework. And in order to prepare for tests, I wrote tests. So I guess I was preparing myself for being a teacher later on in life without knowing it. But yeah, I was just your quiet student, shy, please don't look at me, please don't call on me, that type of student. The student that I say, we don't like because we want the confidence, but it took me a while to build it. But in high school, it just wasn't there. I really developed into a really good student in terms of being outgoing when I got to college.
Okay. Can you think about a time back in high school, middle school, lower school, when you faced an obstacle, a really hard obstacle, and you overcame it?
I would say, I remember there were two classes in particular that were challenging for me, and that's because I just couldn't understand chemistry and physics. Now, mind you, I wanted to be an engineer. I wanted to be an electrical engineer. And so I had to figure out how to do physics. And I couldn't figure it out, but I worked really, really hard. I stayed after school every day, especially with the chemistry teacher, and got as much support as I could. And there were a lot of us in there who, were always there with her. And while I will never say that I understand chemistry, I pull B's in the class. Same thing with physics. I don't understand it at all. But I still appreciate it. Even though I don't understand it, I definitely developed an appreciation for it along the way. Especially for the struggle.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Williams.
You're welcome.